Right, it's March, the sun is out, and I've just remembered I own a bike. Spent the last few months absolutely glued to Zwift. Racing, structured workouts, suffering indoors in a room that absolutely needed a window. It's been great, genuinely, it really has. But something's happened this week. Warrington is nice. The weather's amazing. So this week, I'm taking full advantage and riding to work. Now, let me be clear, I'm not here to bash Zwift. Zwift kept me absolutely sane through winter. Kept the legs turning, kept the fitness ticking over, but there's a fundamental difference between staring at an avatar going up an Alp and, well, this. On Zwift, every ride has a purpose. Hit the watts, nail the interval, win the sprint. It's really great. But it's also a little bit like being a hamster who's really invested in the metrics. Now, out here, I'm just riding a bike. And I'd forgotten how good it feels. I'd forgotten how much more meditative it is. Is that a word? It is now. Okay, a slightly more sincere moment, bear with me. There's a reason people talk about getting outside being good for your head. And I think as cyclists, we sometimes forget it because we're so focused on training load, FTP, and whether our power curve is looking suspicious. But being outdoors, like the real outdoors, not a virtual reinvention of it, genuinely does something different to your brain. Natural light, actual fresh air, navigating real space, your mind just decompresses out here. It helps you get that daily load off. On Zwift, I feel I finish a session feeling worked. Out here, even after a hard effort, I feel reset, and there's a massive difference between the two. And studies back this up too. Outdoor exercises reduces cortisol more effectively than indoor equivalents, which is a scientific way of saying going outside is good, actually. Who'd have thunk it? I really didn't want to make this point, but here we are. Apparently, I'm at an age where varying your training is something I have to think about. Winter training, especially indoor, tends to be quite repetitive. Same movements, same positions, same four walls, which is fine for fitness, less fine for, the rest of your body. Getting back outside means your muscles are suddenly, well, doing things again, balancing, reacting to road surfaces, cornering, things Zwift quietly let you forget about. Your brain also gets a novelty hit it's not had in months. New routes, new conditions, things to actually look at that aren't a power graph. Now, I'm not going to say the word midlife again after this, but the research is pretty clear that for a certain age, variety in training isn't just a nice to have, it's genuinely important, mentally and physically. Anyway, moving on before I depress myself even more. So here's where I've landed after this morning. Zwift, brilliant. Keep using it. Don't feel guilty about it. But when the sun comes out, get the road bike out too. Not because the data says to, not because it'll increase your FTP, just because. This is why we got into cycling, isn't it? Not to stare at a screen, but to actually go somewhere, experience an adventure. The season is starting. The weather, but at least this week, is cooperating. And I, for one, am absolutely going to make the most of it before inevitably it starts raining again. So if, like me, you are getting back outside in the real world, drop a comment, let me know how it's getting on. Drop me a little thumbs up and a subscribe if you've not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Ride on.